probably nobody's on as hot a seat right now as the Bears head coach, Matt Eberflus.
Yeah, I think Ryan Poles did an amazing job putting them in position to draft Caleb Williams, then surrounding him with what I think is the best skill group that a number one pick has had at quarterback coming into a situation with a young ascending offensive line. To say the offense underperformed would be an understatement, and they've had cultural issues. I think Ryan Poles has a lot of tough decisions to make at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask you, what do you think is going to happen in Dallas with Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, I think Mike McCarthy's probably going to get released at the end of this year. Listen, they had 3 years in a row where they had 12 and 5 seasons, but they haven't and won one playoff game. They got a quarterback that's out now. They've spent $360 million on the quarterback, on the wide receiver, and on a defensive cornerback in Diggs. Now they got to sign Parsons. My answer to the Dallas problems, they need more talent. So I would take Parsons. They're a great outside rusher, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. But, you know, I wouldn't sign him because he's on his 4th year. He'd be his 5th year. Trade him and get an extra number one.
Brian Daboll and the Giants, what's going on?
Well, first, listen closely, because today this is my only football segment right now, because I'm about to go put my life on the line in about 30 minutes, just like all these sailors do every time they board those ships and go overseas to serve our country. But, Coach Brian Daboll was my tight end coach for 3 years in New England, and we won a Super Bowl together, and he put me in situations on the football field to always be the mismatch out there so I could go out there and make the plays and do what I got to do. I feel like in the Giants organization, it's a front office problem. Go out there and get some weapons for Coach Brian Daboll so he can show his offensive, creativity powers, and let him give him another year or two, maybe bring in another quarterback as well.
All right, Jimmy, Doug Peterson going to survive in Jacksonville?
I don't think so, Kurt. But really, other than the people in Jacksonville and maybe London, who really cares?
Wow.
Wow. No, you look at it, he's going to retire. And at the end of the season, and he's going to walk away with some money and a statue in Philadelphia. So it'll be fine.
You are cruel.
I was going to say, bringing the positivity here. How about your old teammate, Antonio Pierce, there with the Vegas Raiders, Michael?
Vegas, Las Vegas. You know what? If you're in Vegas and you roll 7-11, you're doing well, but that's not good when that's your record as the head coach. But I love Antonio Pierce. I think Antonio Pierce is a great head coach. He's an aspiring head coach. They have had 8 head coaches in the last 13 years. You don't have any consistency there, which is what you need. Also, 3 out of the top 6 first-rounders aren't there anymore. And that's not including Josh Jacobs, who they let go, who's an incredible player. So I feel like it's more of a boardroom problem for our friend Tom Brady to fix now that he took over a piece of that team. And not so much about the head coach.
Quarterback.
You need a quarterback.